Okay, so now we can begin with that Revit. Is it okay? Okay, so I should start now. So see, when you are going to start your Revit software, no? So you are going to see here, there are basically two things. One is basically you will get that models. Okay, directly you can open the models where you have saved, and there is an basically new where you can start your new project. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to start with that. And here basically the families are there. Families basically are going to be very interesting part where directly you can see now here that models are there, whatever that work you will do, these are going to come here. Okay, these are going to be like in recent files or whatever that projects you have done, it's going to be over here. Directly you can click and open these files. And the most important thing I told you, it's in BIM tool. And here basically we are going to do that architectural and civil work in modeling. Then we are going to do that structural work also, and then MEP work also. So you will see here we have architectural template. Directly you can click on this. After that we have a structural template, in which you will see the structural template over there. Then there is an electrical template. Okay, HVAC is there, that is your heat ventilation and air conditioning part is there. You can directly work in, if somebody who is specialization in HVAC, he can directly click on this and he can start working. One is your plumbing, basically that is your plumbing work. Okay, that basically that sample project is also available and with the template, so you can directly reach here and you can go with that part also. And these are the families. Okay, these are the families where you will get that architectural family, structural family, and system family. Okay, so what is that architectural family? When we talk about this architectural family, this is the already made components. Okay, whenever we are going to make our house building, we are doing some interior or exterior work also. So that furnitures, there are some materials, there are a lot of things inside it. So you can basically reach to this families while making those components and pick and place those components. Structure is something where we are going to do some structural detailings and scheduling over here. Okay, so what is basically that structures we are going to talk about is, we are going to talk about the footings, we are going to talk about the columns, beams, slabs. Okay, so this is what basically going to happen here is like we are going to reinforce our columns and beams, so that part is also going to be there. And we are going to bring out the quantity takeoff also. Okay, so that is your structural part. Here also you will see that structural columns families are going to be there, that circular structural columns, like circular beams, circular columns, or rectangular columns. There is going to be that library where you can access. Okay, and after that we have system. Okay, system is basically the combination of MEP. Okay, when you are going to open that system, even in the template also, when we are going to open that system template, I'll show you that. So this is going to be that complete combination of your architectural, oh sorry, this is going to be that complete combination of mechanical, electrical, and your plumbing. Okay, so directly you can go with that. So this is basically that window. Now if you are going to click on this new, okay, I want to start with a new project, so just click on it. Now this is going to be very important, you need to be very selective regarding this. So here you will see that whenever we are going to create a new project, you can basically click on project. Okay, most probably we are going to work on this particular domain also. These are project templates. If I'm going to click on this, you can browse and go for that templates which are already prepared. Okay, so here you will see these template files. These template files are going to be important. Here you will see construction template is there, architectural template is there, structural template is there, mechanical templates is there, system, I told you system is basically the combination of MEP. Okay, complete MEP you are going to work, all the tools are going to be there. So you will see in the same window you will find mechanical HVAC part also, electrical part also, and plumbing part also. Okay, so this is your structural analysis. I have basically added it. I'll tell you also how to add. In some time when you are going to install, you are going to not get too much of options. Okay, default options are not going to be there, so you can add these all templates over here, so that directly you can enter inside the software. Now see here basically that units only are basically defined here because I have uploaded these two, structural analysis default metric and this. So I want to add architectural template, and how I am going to add that, just need to click on browse. When you are going to click on that browse option, directly you will get some default templates. Okay, these are the default templates. Here when we will go, this default metric is going to be, obviously metric means mm. Okay, that units basically are mm. So here default metric basically is for architectural modeling and civil modeling. Okay, so you have to choose for architectural modeling this one. Now if I want to work in somewhere like mechanical default metric, so it is going to be for HVAC default metric, we are going to be working on that part. So directly you will reach only in that mechanical HVAC window is going to be visible. Okay, so after that plumbing, that you can work in that specialization domain, you can directly open only plumbing also if that plumbing people are going to work. I told you in AutoCAD also there was something which I told you where BIM basically is important. Also I told you that cloud formations we do, and that data is going to transfer automatically between the clients, and that flow of work is going to be easier. So here that plumbing people are going to work separately, mechanical people are going to work separately, and electrical people are going to work on the different templates, and they can share. Inside it there is an option how to share on 360. Okay, that is your BIM 360, how we are going to transfer those files in that cloud. So plumbing is also there. After that, when we are working on structures, so you can go with that structural analysis default metric. I have already uploaded that file over there. How to add that I also am going to tell you. So here these are the templates you can open. So right now if I want to open default metric for architecture, okay, just open it. Now you'll see now default metric is there, and what is that extension? That is RTE Revit file. Okay, that is going to be .rte, and just do it. Okay, so when you are going to open that software, okay, that project, so default you will see it is going to reach to that architectural. Okay, so first of all just I'll let you know about that interface. Okay, so this is your quick access bar. Okay, this is that quick access bar, directly you can click and play. After that first tab, these are going to be the tab, and these are going to be the ribbons. So here in that first tab is going to be your architectural tab, where all the architectural building modeling components are available. Okay, so just like your walls are there, different type of walls are there, there are architectural. If you are doing that structural walls, okay, so you can go with that also. Just like some of that compound walls, basically for increasing their strength, we use that wall structures. Okay, if you go for that doors, there are basically doors also, you can make the doors. Okay, so you don't need to basically make, you need to just modify that sizes are available, that library is available, you can just access that. I'll just show you that part also. So here different windows are there, there are various components, you can place those components directly from the library, from the family. Okay, so you can go with that also. Here we are going to have the different type of columns. Okay, these are structural columns and these are architectural columns. Okay, so after that we have roof. We know what is that roof. Ceiling is there, your floors, structural floors, everything is there. You can make that architectural. See, there is going to be a difference. When you are working architectural module, you are going to do only modeling. Okay, so there is not part of that reinforcement or your structural part. Okay, it's not going to be there. Reinforcement is you will never able to install sorry, you are never able to define the reinforcement in architectural components. So okay, so you can see here these columns and other things. Now you are not able to install the, sorry, you are not able to assign the reinforcement. That is only you are going to be doing in the structural part. Okay, so these are basically the modify commands. Everything is going to be there. Okay, so modify is going to be that similar one which we did in AutoCAD. Okay, we are going to offset, we are going to move, copy, these all commands are going to be there, trim and everything. Okay, cut and join, these all things are going to be same. We are going to discuss about these all things, but I'll move to that architectural. Here you are going to see that architectural models are going to be making from here. Your circulation railings are there, ramps are there, stairs are there. Okay, there are ready-made stairs, you can just pick and place. Okay, you have to just tell how much number of your rises are there and steps are there. Okay, so that is obviously I'll tell you how to calculate that, how many steps should be there, how much riser should be there. That is in calculation. So here basically these all things are going to be there. These are basically the openings. Okay, when you are going to create that walls, no, or anything, so between that if you want to create some openings, so these are various types of openings you can use, just like basically that offset. Okay, and here the planes. Okay, these are work planes basically. If you want to make like you are working for an what we say, that warehouse, no, there are basically triangular components, so you need to give some angle, so you can use these reference planes for creating that angular bodies, so that your steel cross sections can be assigned to it. Okay, so this is going to be your architectural. Then we have structure one. Structure also you are going to find. Now these are all structural part. Okay, these basically are going to be your structural component where you can assign the reinforcement. So here the same thing, column, beams, footing, trusses for the bridges or something like that you can create. You are going to have some connections for the warehouse, that nut and bolts and fasteners. Here that foundation is going to be there. Okay, foundation is going to be your like isolated. Okay, here you can see that part also, that is going to be like that foundation, which is going to increase the strength of your building. Okay, so that how we can assign that. Slabs, obviously that is your floor, you can say. Okay, structural foundations and slabs, so that is going to be there. Rebars, this is your reinforcement part. Okay, how to assign that reinforcement to columns and beam. Okay, that is also going to be that part of your syllabus. Okay, and these are going to be that similar things which we have seen in architectural window. Here only you are going to see the structural part. Then nowadays they have added basically the steel also in 2024, before it was not there. So here also that steel work can be done. Now the most important thing, see, yeah, we have covered architecture, now we are going through that structure. Two things I have told you, and the last one is going to be system. Okay, system is going to be your MEP part. Okay, where HVAC is going to be there, your mechanical part is going to be there, that is your HVAC. Up to here all the components are available. Okay, the ducts, VAV, these all components are going to be there. We have to just pick and place those components where in that building we are going to assign. Here that plumbing tools are there. You can see here that your waste sheets are going to be there. Okay, plumbing equipments are going to be there. Even when you will go in that electrical, you will going to find that electrical components over here. So these three things are going to be in your syllabus. Okay, so there are other things also. You can go in that view, you can find that section, you can cut the section in the buildings, you can see the 3D views. Okay, so there are going to be a lot of things. This is your massing and sites. Okay, that you can do. Analyzing, I told you how to analyze any component, assigning loads and other things that you can go with. Annotate is going to be your dimensioning. You can do dimensioning manually also. Insert, these are basically just like you want to insert from AutoCAD or some other files, so directly you can import those files. Okay, system I told you. Precast is going to be like reinforcement areas, so we are not going to use too much of it. Okay, so add-in is also going to be like utility tools. Okay, just like when we are going to work in Naviswork, after that Revit we are going to work on Naviswork. So when you are going to work on Naviswork, then also you have to install a utility tool for getting the extension file for Naviswork. So here when you are going to click, you are going to get Naviswork 2024. This is also going to be available on the same platform where you are going to get that library. Okay, so this is that part, and here you can basically minimize the tabs. I'm going to explain this. These all tabs and basically other things you can customize them. Okay, now these two things are going to be very important. Okay, one is the property, whatever work, this is your elevations. When you see these all things, This is your level 1. Okay, I'm going to explain this first. These are going to be like property. Right now it is a floor plan. Okay, when you are going to click on that wall, just I'll click here, you will see when I'm going to click on wall, you will see there are basic wall are going to come. Okay, then you will see different walls are there. Okay, normally if you need the generic masonry one or another one, okay, normally that size of 8 inches, or we are going to use that plaster, that also going to be added, so we can basically add that. And other thing is going to be like we can modify that. Okay, so like that you will see the properties, just like again I'm going to click on that wall, these are that wall properties. Okay, location, that is your wall center line, so you can define that space. Okay, where you want to place the wall. So these are going to be the content when we will say that how we are going to create that walls, that is going to be a separate domain. But whatever component you are going to bring here, that properties are going to be here, you can change those properties from here. Okay, that is going to be particularly for that component. So that is going to be there. When you are going to escape, this wall will disappear. Okay, back that default floor plan tab is going to open. Okay, second thing is going to be in the right side, that is your project browser. It is important. Okay, it's going to be very important. So you can see here, right now we are working on level 1. What is our level 1? What is your level 2? Level 1 is basically your ground floor. Okay, you can say it's your 0 level. Okay, where that building is going, you are going to start constructing. Okay, so that is going to be your level 1. And when you are going to work on that second floor, that is going to be your level 2. Okay, site is going to be not important right now. These are the levels you can understand, where you are going to create the grid and you are going to make the models. Today I am going to tell you, after explaining this, how to create that grid and levels. Okay, grid is basically your floor plan. Okay, whatever that floor you want, for that approximately grid you will get. After that we have the elevations. Okay, elevations are important, just like we were talking in AutoCAD also about the sections and elevations, no? So elevation is obviously your front view, side view, top view. Okay, that is your east, north. When you are going to double click, just like I am just going to double click on that south, it's going to be like on that front one, just double click on this, you are going to get this levels. Okay, this is your level 1. Okay, level 1 is this and level 2 is this. So the height between level 1 and level 2, level 1 is 0, and after that we have our level 2, that is in 4000 mm. Okay, right now that units we are using is in mm, so you can double click and you can basically, I'll tell you these all things actually. So this is 4000, normally it is 3 meters, so you can keep it like 3000 and enter, it will come. So this is your ground floor, this is your first floor. Whatever that building you are going to design, it is going to be visible on these various elevations, east side, north side. Okay, so different views you can just double click and play. Okay, so right now we are working on level 1. So when you are going to start any of that project, you have to start with that levels, and there you need to create the grids. So we are in level 1, and see now what happens over here. Level 1 was default open. Okay, but now when we just double click on east, north, south, these windows are there. Okay, so whatever that work you are going to do in, you can basically add it in south, east, north or west elevations also. Okay, and you can check your model also, that whether it is right or not. So even you can close these all. If you don't want to see lot of windows, you can close them. Below that, your legends, your schedule quantities, these are going to be for that detailing and scheduling part when we are going to do. Sheets are basically your, just like I told you, the templates, A4 sheets, A3 sheets, A1 sheets. So you can import from here. Okay, and another thing which is going to generate over here is when we are going to create the cross section. Okay, sections. So here one more thing is going to add, that is your sections. Inside that, whatever that section you are going to cut is going to be appearing over here. You can double click and see that. After that we have families. Okay, you can see here, if that families are installed, you can see from here also how much things are there. All the things are going to be there. Either these are architectural components like doors, curtain walls, stairs, structural foundation, column, structural, your floor, furniture. Okay, your furniture is also there. Even you are going to add it, lot of things are there. Okay, so here defaults are there. When you are going to enter inside the library, there is a huge library over there. So this is going to be that part. You can just minimize it after doing that. So you can see from that family, and these are going to be that groups. These are basically that Revit link files. I am going to tell you that is also part of training. Okay, so up to here it is clear. Yeah, up to here it is clear. Yeah, Prasanna, I'm audible to you all, no? Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to just need to know that how basically you need to create the grids. So just go there, you can just expand it and then you need to minimize it. Okay, so now it is okay. So first thing, we are going to work on that level 1, how to create the grids. When you will go in that architecture, in the and in the data area, that grids and levels are there. Okay, right now that grids are not going to be there. These are going to appear when you are going to open the levels, that is your elevations. Okay, so right now I want to create a grid. Okay, normally just like we want to create a grid of your I'll take an example for this so that things are going to be more better. Just give me a second now. Yeah, so you can take this example over here. So we have a building, we can say it like we are having this is basically like 1 to 8 story. Right now we are not going to do, we are only going to work on that up to first floor, that is level 1 and level 2. So here basically we can see we have 6 meter 3 spans and 6 meter spans in that y direction also. Okay, and default 3 meter is going to be that height. Okay, so we can how to create this grid. So what we are going to do is we will go here and click on that grid. After taking that grid, what we need to do is just create an horizontal line first. Create an horizontal line, and we have to not move outside this. You can see here this one. Okay, that are that elevations. You don't need to go outside that. You need to be inside these 4 elevations. Okay, otherwise it's not going to be an right way of working. So here one thing you need to understand, after creating this one grid, I need basically like I told you in my geometry also, we need 3 6 meter spans from both the sides. So how we are going to do that is we have created one line. Now you need to go here, that is your pick line. Okay, you have to click on that pick line, and after that here you can see on this tab, modify tab, there is an offset written over here. Okay, right now we are in mm. Okay, right now we are in mm, so we need to give it like it's how much it is, that is your 6 meter. Okay, so when we talk about converting it into mm, it's going to be 6000 mm. Okay, so need to type 6000 mm. Just type 6000 mm, and after that nothing you need to do, just go near to your grid which you have created and just click on it. Okay, on the side which you want to create the grid, and we have this 4 grids now. Okay, now I'll take again the horizontal grid. Okay, manually we are going to create that. So what you can do is you can just create on that grid and you can make that grid over here. Okay, so you can create, when your line is straight it is going to be like in blue color. Okay, and it will show you that angle and everything over here. So I'm just taking it this side. You can just escape once and click on that grid once again. Now just click on this over here, just click anywhere. Okay, so similarly we are going to do the same thing. Pick line, give that offset of 6000 mm, and after that go near to it and start clicking, and we have this part. Okay, now after doing this, if these lines are quite bigger one, you can just click on this, sorry, just do it escape. Even you can delete this. Okay, need to escape first, otherwise that offset was continuing. Okay, need to delete it. You can delete it from here. Now what we can do is, just when you click on this grid, now there is going to be a circular cross section over here. It's going to like modify the grid by dragging. Okay, just drag, you can fit that size. Now these you can just select your elevation part also. Okay, you'll say here it's going to tell you drag. Now you can move near to your part, you can drag this, so you can do that setting. And when you are going to use your pen, you will able to move. Okay, so middle button mouse is going to help you to pen, so you can just drag it down. You can just take it a little bit more above, and you can take it above this. Control Z, select, just drag. Okay, so like this we are going to create. Now you can see it's giving that numbering, that is when we started with this grid 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, these are basically that number of grids. And now if you want to check the size between the grids, what we can do is, either we can just go in that annotations and take the dimensions, or what is going to be like in this is a 3D software. So what we can do is that modifications are going to be very easy. Just when you are going to select these two grids, you will get that distance between them, so you are able to edit it. Okay, anytime you can edit that. Okay, so if I'm going to check it, like I have checked that horizontal one, I want that vertical, you need to click like this, you'll get that distance over here 6000. Okay, so you can verify, you can validate your distance. Now after creating this, just like I want ground, first and second floor, so I have created my grid. Now on that east I want to make the levels. Okay, just double click on that. What we need to do is, now you can see here that it's coming little outside. So what we can do is just select these levels, same, drag it. Okay, it should be inside. So you can basically reduce it from here also. Okay, so you can do that. That is in modification part. And even just like this part is there, there is going to be like second one also, you can drag and pull and do that. So now I want to create here one more level. Okay, that is like, if I am double clicking on it, you are able to write. So you can just write ground floor, that is your ground floor. It's going to help you to work. Okay, just like sorry, spelling mistake is there. Floor. Okay, and just click here. It's going to ask you want to modify. Yes, I want to modify. So you'll see here it's now ground floor, not level. It's going to be on 0. Now double click on this. This is my first floor. So you can write your FIRS, first floor. Just click here and say yes. After that, again what we can do is, we are going to create a level. Now what we need to do is the same thing. Go in that architectural part, you will see now that levels are on. Okay, first it was disabled, now it is on. So when you are going to work in that level, it's going to come. So just click on that. What we need to do is, we need to give a level of, that is going to be 3000. So roughly first you can create, you can just, it will track. Okay, and then you can go here and again it will track. Just click here and right click. or you can say escape. So now you can see how that leveling it is doing. It's showing 0, then 3000, then it is 5000, sorry, 5700. So we need to have this 0 to here, it is going to be 6000. Okay, so then it's going to become like 3000 part. Okay, so just double click on this, just click over here, control there. Now just double click on that text. You can just double click on that level itself. Okay, you will able to just do that second floor first. Just click outside. Yes. After that, need to change the part. You just zoom it. Otherwise, it's going to click somewhere else. You can click here. Okay. Now need to give 6000. So what is happening over here is, I'll just let you know. It's showing 0 first, then 3000. So here you need to give in addition. Okay. Just enter 6000. So here you'll get this. And now if you are able to see, there was only level 1 and level 2 first. Now you can see first floor is there, ground floor is there, and second floor is there. Okay, so you can work whenever you are going to click on this, it's going to be on the particular floor and you will able to work on it. So it is my basically ground floor. So now I have completed my leveling also. So you can create as much levels you can create. Okay, if that building is like 23 story, 50 stories, you have to create these levels. So like that you can modify and you can make these levels. So here when you will go to that ground now, so see automatically this is also changed from level 1 to ground floor. So now what I need to do is, I want to just like create some walls. Okay, roughly I am telling you walls is going to be very important. And another most important thing is the units. Okay, you need to define the units first. Okay, so in AutoCAD that shortcut was UN, same over here also that same. You have to just type U and N, you will get your units. So here what is happening, when I am talking about the distance, it is in centimeter. So you can just click here, you can change it to meters, feet, inches. Okay, my templates is directly in matrix, so don't need to worry. But if you want to change the units, you can change it from here. But when you start your project, try to change at that time, it will help you. Okay, so in mid any modifications, your geometry is going to be unscaled. Okay, so it's not going to help you in that visibility is not going to be too much good. Is it okay? So from here you can basically change the rounding, that decimals after that points. So nothing more from here you need to do, just change that unit and you can do. So here another things, all the parameters are there and their units are there, volume, time, speed. So if any of that unit you want to change, if it is like area, it is meter square, if you want to change it, you can change it from here. Okay, so whatever the changes you are going to do, that will appear in your project. And just cancelling it right now, I don't need it. See now one thing, when I am going to make a simple, see these things, I am going to start it from tomorrow, that wall. Today was that introductory part and about that grid and levels. So here we are going to talk about the wall today. It's an architectural wall. Okay, so just click on it, and after that nothing you need to do. These are different walls. Okay, these are in right now. Okay, so any of that wall you can choose. I'll describe that what need to be that size of that walls and other things. Okay, so these are masonry, these are going to be filled one where you can get it like 225 mm. Okay, so plaster we say basically, that also we can do, and various different types are there. Okay, so right now you can use any exteriors basically are for that compound walls. Okay, so these are going to be various materials, or generic 90 is going to be that brick wall. Okay, so you can pick directly these walls. Just like I want normally, like I want any of the 200 mm wall I'm taking. So I'm taking this one wall now. Okay, now the good thing is, just like you want to give your own wall, you want to add any just like wall in your library or a family that you want to use it again and again, so you can do that also. So how to do that, you need to just click on that edit tab. You can edit this wall. Okay, so these are standard walls, okay, that software basically is going to provide you. So we are never going to modify the standard walls. Try to avoid it, because if you are going to change, it will change. Okay, so in the yeah, I'm audible. Yeah, yeah, there are basically, when I'm going to tell you those things also today. Just I'm going to make you familiar with the tool. It's quite easier to use. Okay, just I'm telling that. So tomorrow, whatever that work we are going to do, I'm going to add those shortcuts also. Okay, simply we have to click on that W. That is nothing like, if you are go ahead, WA. Can you see here with that parameter? No, everything you will see that shortcut in that bracket. That WA is there. That is whenever you want to type this, like I'm going to escape it and I'm going to type WA, automatically that basic wall generation is going to come. Okay, so everywhere it is mentioned, but I'll tell you also. Okay, so up to here the levels and the elevations are clear. Okay, so just now I'll if I want to create this wall, what need to do is I'll pick this wall of 200 and you can directly reach here. Okay, now I want to create this wall like over here, or even what you can do is I'm picking like a line. You can take that shapes also directly, just like I want a rectangle, you can directly click here. You can just go and click here. Now when we are creating that wall, so just like one thing more I want to tell you, control Z to come back. When you selected any walls, there are some parameters for that wall. These are the properties for that walls. So here you can see the depth is going to be we are moving toward a foundation. Okay, footing side, so that we will not go. Obviously we are going to choose height. This is your they are going to ask up to first floor, second floor, third floor. Okay, whatever that levels are there, your level 1, level 2, level 3. Now we have first floor, ground floor and second floor, up to where you want that wall. If you are going to use that second, automatically it will bring that wall up to second floor. Okay, so I want it like up to first floor. I'll click on that first floor. After that, see, when you are writing this, no change, so it will take 8,000, but you know my basically height is 3 meter. Okay, so that is 3,000. That basically our levels we have created that are in 3 meter. So here we need to modify it. For modifying it, you need to give unconnected. After that, just give, you can change it like here we need 3,000. Okay, we have given that wall height, that is 3,000. And now up to where you want to create, you can say first floor, so it will not move above. So after that there is a location, that is your center wall. These are going to be a part where I'm going to tell you wall center line, particularly right now I'm going to use, that is going to start like from the center. Okay, so these are basically different cross sections. If your room is like a polygon or a rectangle, so you can create with the help of this geometries also. If your circular room is there, you can take that circle, so it will create a circular wall. Okay, so these are going to help you in that part. Just like right now you can create this part with the help of line also, and you can take it as a rectangle also. So default it's going to be line, so I'm taking rectangle. So just choose this point and then just click on this point, and after that you can escape. Now I want to see whether my wall is created or not. So when we are creating in AutoCAD, it was very tough, but now if you are going to see in that elevation, first I want to see it is up to 3,000 or not. Just click on that east. So here it's showing basically the walls on the rectangular side. Okay, when you are going to click on that south, east, okay, these are going to be that views it's going to show you. Now you are able to see this. When you are going to select that wall, it is going to be visible. These are that cross sections. Okay, these are that walls. Now if you want to see it more properly, how we can see it, we need to approach 3D. Okay, so directly you can click on that 3D view over here, or you can go in that view command, and there is a 3D. So just click on it. There is a shortcut also, but right now we are going to click like this. So these are your walls, okay, and we are able to see it is up to ground to your 3000 mm only, okay. You can basically go with that different, just like I want it on that top view. Just click here, you will see like this, and when you are going to change according to that AutoCAD, now you will see that wall, okay. It is only up to first floor. I'm going to select it, it is up to first floor. You can basically increase the size manually after dragging this, okay. You can drag it on that positive direction also and negative direction also. So now here you are able to see that wall, how we have created it. It's basically 3000 mm, okay. So after seeing this 3D, we can just go with that isometric part also. So here you are able to see that, and that thickness also, okay. Now it is basically a wireframe form. If I want to see it more clearly, I want to see that it looks like concrete or realistic. So there is basically that option over here below, visual styles. Right now it is in hidden, okay. Right now we have chosen hidden. But if you go with wireframe, it's going to look like this. Now you can see it is created on that center. Sorry. So you can go with that shaded. It's going to be like that shaded. If I want to go in like the context or textures, we'll go in the textures over here. These are that walls. So different realistic is going to be like little bit more look like a wall, okay. So like that you can create that walls, okay. Right now the thickness is quite very less, so it is showing us in that way. So you can basically see these all different views from here, okay. All the views are available. I'm going to select this wall. It will show you that modifications also. Now in this properties you are able to see, you want to start it from that center line or core center line. I am going to explain these all things, and it is up to the ground floor. If you are going to take it like first floor, you can modify it, just like I want to take it as second floor, okay. So just see what is going to happen. Just click on this, and after that you just apply. Now it is going to, like, it's asking that the top of that wall is lower than the base of the wall, okay. That is an error basically. So here you need to change that, okay. You can cancel it and you can make it like, because I have default there now, I have given that selection, so it's not going to help. So if I'm going to do it first floor, obviously it is up to first floor, ground to first floor. You need to be checking that. That is your base. Base is always ground, so there is not going to be any modifications. So if you want to change the offset, you can give the distance. Top constraints, we will see up to level it is connected. I'll say it now, I will say it like second floor. It will take that second floor, like apply. You can see a selected wall has went to second floor, okay. This wall has increased, its size is up to, its height is now up to second floor, okay. Now if you want to check that plan also, you will see it has reached over here. So that is your wall. So you can come back to the 3D now, okay. So like that you can change, and how to rotate it. Press shift and middle button, you will able to rotate. It's looking like that wall was cross section, but when you are going to rotate and see that proper wall is there, so you can do that. So that thickness is also visible now, okay. You will go here and zoom, you will see the thickness also. This is the thickness. So all the things can be basically edited from that properties. I'm just moving back to that section. Yeah, now this one.